performance, and it's a hard thing right here. You know, when you're just coming off the field, to put it all in perspective, people ask you all week, all year to kind of reflect on what these kids have accomplished, and you know, that's a challenging thing. You know, it's hard not to focus on the here and now and what took place out on that field. But I am, you know, I could not be prouder as a coach, as a man, to sit here with this group of young men and to make it back over that locker room, spend some time with those kids. Been a lot to get to this point. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Yeah.
All right.
Those kids are incredible. That's the thing, man. They have worked their tail off. No matter what anybody told them, they kept believing. Proud of them. Go ahead.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to give your name, your number, and the position that you play. Then I'm going to turn it over to the media. Media, when and if you have a question, raise your hand, and one of us will bring you the microphone. Gentlemen?
My name is Max Gassett. I'm number 7, and I play quarterback.
My name is Xavier White. I'm number 46, and I play middle linebacker.
My name is JT Lindsay, number 6, and I play running back.
My name is Carson Sellers. I'm number 4, and I play quarterback.
Questions?
And Coach, over here, talk about just a incredible season, you know, the obstacles that were overcome, the tough schedule that y'all had, and winning a very tough district and getting to this point. Just how proud are you of these seniors and just getting to this point?
Yeah, I think if you look back on the schedule, played a lot of good people. You know, today's performance probably made us a little, you know, it's a credit to them too. I'm not going to take anything away from how good of a football team they are and the job that Coach Brown does. That, you know, that's a great collection of talent that's very well coached and disciplined. So I don't want to take anything away from that. But, you know, 18 points in the first half kind of spotted them. I think we've got a good football team. I don't know. It's hard to. We played a lot of really good people, and it's a big accomplishment to make it to this point. But you know, we weren't trying to make it here. That's never the goal. We eventually gonna keep chasing. We're gonna get one of these things right here. So I don't know. I don't know how to put it in perspective. If I'm being honest with you, you know, that's kind of for, I guess, everybody else to do. We're just gonna keep our head down and keep working.
Question.
Coach over here.
Yes, sir.
I could definitely see the emotion that you're feeling with this group and the relationships that you developed. Talk to me about this team and what has been so different from this Alexandria group compared to other teams in the past that you've coached?
We've had a lot of great teams. You know, this team was able to, you know, get to this point, overcome. But we've had a lot of good teams. Very proud of a lot of our teams through the years. The thing that makes this team special is that guy right there. You know, when you've got a guy that's a difference maker, and then you have a really good football team that begins to believe and overachieve, you give yourself a chance. And it's not 1 year of hard work. That's the hard thing that, you know, maybe people, oh, y'all had a great year. Some of us been at this thing a decade here at Alexandria Senior High. You know, there's some coaches back in that locker room. You know, there's some players that have laid a strong foundation for us to get to this point, and this group certainly, you know, that's graduating has set the bar extremely high for what can be accomplished, and you know, we'll see. We're just gonna stay working.
Question, I'll put you on the spot.
What they've accomplished, there's no way you can argue with it. You know, I mean, I do think you've built something when you ever get the alumni together and people start arguing about who could beat who, and there's a competitiveness about this team. We've had some really good teams. It's hard to argue with what this team accomplished and the people that they accomplished it against. You know, go back with the schedule. We played a lot of championship caliber programs, and up until tonight, we met every challenge.
So much of what's made y'all good this year is the start. How much did that change the game plan, or maybe more difficult?
Yeah, the start was certainly not what you wanted to get into. You know, you spot 14 points before you make a first down. Give them 2 safeties, 18 points there in the first half. Even going in 32-8. You know, if you because we could have got the onside kick and you get something to get it going, but you can't spot a team of that caliber, 18 points in a half, and you don't have much of a chance there. Credit to the program, you listen to it coming through.
Coach, my apologies. All right, let's continue. Question, please. Right there.
Okay. Coach, Wyatt, JKB Sports. I know the score and Andy, let's talk about the experience. You had a good season, you played hard, and you go to this point. So let's talk about some of the players and about the experience today.
It's been an incredible year. It's been an incredible year. A lot has been accomplished. It's just, it's disappointing, but it's hard to, not disappointing, it's hard to put in perspective, sitting here right now 10 minutes after this game. Lots been accomplished, a lot that we're incredibly proud of. Our season that we had is one of the greatest in, the history of our area. But we didn't want to enjoy the experience. We came down here to win a football game and we came up short. It wasn't about enjoying the dome. It wasn't about any of that other stuff. It was about coming and competing and coming home with the championship, and we did that done today.
Coach, what are you going to most this senior class? And when you were pulling guys aside like Tanner and Jimmy, what were you telling them on the field after the game?
The thing that made this group really, really fun to coach is, we've got a lot of seniors on offense. We've got a lot coming back on defense. We've got some underclassmen. We do graduate some important guys on defense. But offensively, we were seniors. And they're all competitors, and they all want the ball. And there were moments where, all of them had their moments, but then there were nights where they didn't. And you just never sensed the selfishness. It was about what we were accomplishing as a team. And I think that's important because the competitiveness and the jealousy for the football, that happens on good and great teams. I mean, it does, right? And you just never sense that what we were trying to accomplish together was bigger than anything that we could accomplish as individuals. And you want the kids to want to play well and to want to have their moments. I've never been a guy that's held that against them. You want them, even when you win, some of them are disappointed sometimes because they want to have a bigger night. But it never got to the point where it was bigger than what we were accomplishing as a team together.
Question.
Coach, I know you got a chance to talk to JT after the ball game as well. One, how much has he meant to you and also this team, and also when did you get a chance to talk to him about after the ball game?
We spend a lot of time in our program pointing to past players that really, were the standard bearers for how they went about. Everybody that's followed our program has seen the year that he's had. I don't know what he ran for today. I don't know what it was, but, I know coming into today, he had about 2,600 scrimmage yards, 30, almost 40 touchdowns. But we're certainly going to miss that production, but that won't be what I miss most about him. He never missed a workout. Showed up early. Never was selfish. His mom, I talk about his mom a lot because she deserves a lot of credit, and he knows because he doesn't ever get in trouble in school, but if he did, she's up there and she is on him. It's not that she's bailing him out. She holds him to higher standards than we've ever, and he's met those standards. And he's given us something to point to. We pointed to Bud in the past. We pointed to Jacoby and, guys that are playing, Shield Taylor, Judd Barton, was the conference player of the year in his conference. We've had a lot of great individual players, and those guys have been the standard for what we do because of the way they go about it. I've said this, and some of y'all are hearing me repeat myself. Go into the classroom and talk to his teachers and see how they enjoy teaching and being a part of his life, and just the humility. I bet you his math teacher would come in here right now and talks about how he attacks the classroom and the effort that he puts forth in the classroom with his academics, and that just speaks to he's a complete young man. And I told him coming off the field, I actually told him coming in, boy, you've had an incredible season. I hope this is not even in the top 10 things that he accomplished. I hope that he leaves here, and this is certainly something that he looks back to for a long time, and this team too. But when these kids are done, man, they got the rest of their lives, and I just hope that we instilled some things in them that are going to help them be successful. And yes, when they have kids, we want them to point back to this time. So much more than the game.
Question.
Coach, talk about, I know it's hard to have perspective today, but talk about the development of this program at Ash in 9 years, where it was when you started to today, December the 14th, 2024.
Myself a bunch this year. I think these kids have seen me get choked up more than I've gotten choked up in the past decade. I don't know how many people out there know what it is to give yourself completely to something. Completely giving ourselves, not me. I'm talking about the staff, Darren Freeman, Jackie Skipper, Josh Mercer, Ryan Russo, have completely given ourselves to whatever it takes to drag it out of the bottom. And when you can get people to believe, and you can get people to raise their level of expectation for themselves, then you got it. Then you give yourself a chance, and you just keep your head down and you work. I don't know how to put it in perspective.
Coach, I'm gonna let your players finish this interview. Gentlemen, just a brief statement about your coach.
There's not much I don't have enough time to say all the things that he's done for me, but just coming to workouts and letting him push us, and just how much he's made me a better player, made the team better. That's all I got.
Coach Bachman, I love him. Every time I go in the weight room, every time I walk in practice, I always know he's gonna push me to become a better person and a better player. And I thank him for this and all that he has done for us.
I don't have a dad, so when I came to high school, it was kind of rough for me. Coach Free, Coach Skip, and Coach Bachman took me under their wings. So when I came to high school, they helped me grow, gave me the best opportunities to show my talent and my work ethic. So being able to be right here speaking about him, it means a whole lot to me. He's one of the best men walking the earth.
Coach Bachman I'm truly blessed to have him as a coach, and all the other coaches that have trusted me with everything that I've done and made me work harder every single day, and it's amazing having coaches.
But this is about those kids. Y'all understand that? You write your articles, it's about what these kids accomplished. Coach, so.
I wanted to ask JT.
Last question.
What was it like seeing these cars? Did they look like wearing football?
A well-coached team. They got a whole lot of athletes going everywhere that they want. So having that having that edge, knowing that you have all these offers and stuff like that, make you play different. So I expect them to play how they played. But, you know, we played against them last year. I thought we had a real big shot this year, but you know, everything's come to you. We fell short. I want to put our head down and work, and hopefully the class behind us come back here and win.
Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.